Hi everyone, I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Moxfield, and Blue Sky, and Bioinformatter_actual on Threads and Instagram. I got my Magic the Gathering, The Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle Earth Holiday Special Edition order in today, so it seems like it's early, but I'm not waiting until Christmas. I'm jumping. I have two collector boxes. I have two of the jumpstart boxes, and then I have three sets of the scenes. So I'm going to end up opening up one of the sets at least. And so we'll see how that goes. But I have no patience or chill, and I'm going straight for a collector box first. Just want to kind of see if there's any wow factor going on. So I'm kind of going into it cold. I mean, I know that there are some like poster style cards in here. There's some special, treatments in this set. But it'll be, some of it's going to be the regular cards from the first set, I assume. I don't know that they're all going to be different, but we'll see. And I think later on for the scene boxes, I think there's some cool cards. I don't know if they're unique to the scenes, or if they're also available in the collector box, or we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out, but we're just looking to see what kind of bling we can get out of this. So, okay. I'm going to kind of scoot those like halfway to the top, so I've got some room down here. I don't know how many stacks I would need to split them into, but let's see. We'll go for pack number one. Okay, so one thing is that they're, I don't know if it's surge foil for this or whether they seem to change names on treatments from set to set, and there's slight variations, but it looks like there's a surge foil in the token. Okay, so here's a showcase kind of thing. So we got Mirkwood Spider. So maybe they are going to be all kind of special. Inherited Envelope. Denethor Rolling Steward. So we're into an uncommon. Yeah, long list of the Ents. Swarming of Moria. So that looks like it's a regular foil, but with the new, I'll call it like a showcase, holiday showcase thing. I'll find out when I look up the prices what they really call it. Isolation Net or Think. So that's another regular foil. The Grey Havens. So that's another foil, uncommon. And Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. So far for the commons and the uncommons, they all have this kind of treatment. It's like almost, it's almost reminiscent of the double feature, but not quite. I mean, it's still color, but it's more, muted. There's a Swamp. So a Swamp as a surge foil, we'll call it for now. Cavern Horde Dragon. So that's our first rare, just in this treatment. Mines of Moria. So that's in the foil. Nazgul Battle Mace. So I think this looks like it's from the scene, so maybe they're here as well, and it's borderless. So I don't know if the one in the scene box is any different. But equipped creature has Menace and Death Touch, Annihilator 1, and when an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent, put that card onto the battlefield under your control unless that player pays 3 life. Ouch. Fall of Care Andros. This is in the Surge foil. I guess extended art. Samwise the Stout-Hearted, also in Surge foil. That's an uncommon. Dawn of a New Age is a foil poster version. That's a mythic, actually. And here's the food and treasure token as Surge foil. I'm just going to stick that in with the lands. Okay. So we're getting a feeling for what we're going to see here from the first pack. So there's a bunch of the new showcasey kind of format. Galadrim Bow, Birthday Escape, Stone of Eric, Lost to Legend, Second Breakfast in foil, Easterling Vanguard in foil, Voracious Fell Beast in foil, Gwahir the Windlord in foil, and Island in the Surge foil now. Gollum Obsessed Stalker, Subjugate the Hobbits in foil. I got nailed by that in the game. Eagle of Deliverance. So that's just borderless. Oh. Shelob Child of Ungoliant in Surge foil. Mines of Moria in Surge foil. And Elvish Harbinger in borderless foil. And then food and a human soldier in Surge foil. So it looks like there's a... Okay, so that was extended art. And that was extended art. I don't know if this is extended art or borderless. Maybe it's borderless. Because I'm wondering if you get a... but this one is definitely borderless. And it's a borderless foil, but it's not... well, yeah, I'm thinking it's probably not a scene card, but who knows? Because, like, I don't know if you get, like, a scene card in every pack. Haradrim Spearmaster. Many Partings. Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant. Legolas Counter of Kills. Now for Wrath, Now for Ruin foil. Mordor Trebuchet, also in foil. And Shortcut to Mushrooms. And Strider Ranger of the North, also in foil. Then we have a Swamp in the Surge foil. Boromir Gondor's Hope. Shagrat Lootbearer. So that's foil. Fell Beast's Shriek. So it's looking like this, maybe. Maybe that's in this in the scene sets. Press the Enemy. So an extended art Surge foil. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell in Surge foil. Um, the One Ring in poster, non-foil. So I'm assuming that's good still. Food and Smog in Surge foil. Yeah, the Surge foil is pretty cool. Um, and the poster cards are cool looking. They're a little maybe troublesome for gameplay, because they can be a little hard to read. Um, but there's a lot of artistry that went into them, and they do look cool. Um, Rally at Hornburg, Morgul Knife Wound, Stew the Conies, Grond the Gatebreaker. Okay, so now we're into the foils. Ent's Fury, the Torment of Gollum. It's a single card. The Shire Sheriff, foil. March from the Black Gate, also in foil. And finally, a Forest in Surge foil. I mean, forests. I need all kinds of forests for my decks. Here's Aragorn in non-foil. Scroll of Isildur in foil. Ramus Ekor Ancient Shield. So this looks like it's maybe one of the Messine cards, and a new one, because I don't think this was in the original set, or I was just unlucky enough not to get it. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card, then create a 0/3 white wall creature token with Defender. At the beginning of combat on your turn, creatures you control with Defender gain Exalted until end of turn. Aha. Interesting. Horn of Gondor in Surge foil. Extended art. Sorceress Squall in borderless Surge foil. Ooh. Tempt with Discovery. So perhaps another scene card. Tempting Offer. Search your library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield. Each opponent may search their library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield for each opponent who searches. Da 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 da. Okay. So I think that's a reprint of a card that was already existing, I'm pretty sure. Food in an Orc army in Surge foil. Dope. Sorry about that. Just getting reoriented. Yes, I've got the camera low, so I knocked into it. Hopefully I haven't thrown off the focus too much here. Okay. Lothlorien Lookout. Uruk-hai Berserker. Irith of the Healing House, or Irith or Irith, I'm not sure. Gandalf's Sanction. Okay, Glorious Gale as a foil. Errand Rider of Gondor as a foil. Friendly Rivalry. And Bill Fernie Bree Swindler. And yay, I got another Forest in the Surge foil. I think you're supposed to go there. I started putting the commons in with my lands. Fall of Care Andros. It's the first rare. Song of Arundel. Arundel in foil. Anduril Narsil Reforged in borderless, and this is probably another scene card. Ascend, if you control 10 or more permanents, you get the City's Blessing for the rest of the game. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. If you have the City's Blessing, put 2 on each creature you control instead, and it's got equip 3. The Battle of Bywater in Surge foil. Frodo Baggins in Surge foil. River Kelpie in borderless foil. Doesn't look to be Surge. Whenever River Kelpie or another permanent enters the battlefield from a graveyard, draw a card, and whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard, draw a card. Persist. Food. And an Orc Army in Surge. Okay, we're finishing up the first 6. Captain of Umbar. Stalwarts of Osgiliath. Prince Imrahil the Fair. Goblin Fire Leaper. Birthday Escape. It's foil. Yes, now we're in a section of several foils in a row. War Beast of Gorgoroth. So now the uncommon foils. Stew the Conies. Yeah, so the regular foil doesn't pop as much. It's there, but it's not quite as blingy as usual. It seems. Rosy Cotton, so that's it's an uncommon, but it's a great card. Plains, Surge foil. Call for Aid. Gain control of all creatures target opponent controls until the end of turn. Untap those creatures, they gain haste. You can't attack that player this turn. You can't sacrifice those creatures this turn. So that's a cool card. Mirkwood Elk. So that's in foil. Arboreal Alliance. So when it enters the battlefield, create an XX green tree folk creature token. Whenever you attack with 1 or more L's, populate. Forge Anew in extended art Surge foil. Peregrine Took in Surge foil. That's cool. It's only an uncommon, but still it's great. Stonehewer Giant. So in borderless. Search your library for an equipment card, put that onto the battlefield. Put it onto the battlefield, attach it to a creature you control, then shuffle. Okay. Food. And Tentacle in Surge foil. Okay, now we're on to the second 6. Last 6. Now, I do have one more box of this, and I've got jumpstart boxes to go, and the scene boxes themselves. So, plenty more to see. Lash of the Balrog. Squire of the King. Peregrine Took. The Bath Song. Into the foils, Deceive the Messenger. Eastmark Cavalier. Ranger's Firebrand. And a Legolas Counter of Kills. And yet another forest. Great. In the Surge foil, Gandalf the White. It's a mythic. A Mithril Coat in foil. And whatever the showcasey kind of version of the foil is. Courageous Resolve. So up to one target creature you control gains protection from each of your opponents until end of turn. Draw a card. Then Fateful Hour, if you have 5 or less life, you can't lose life this turn, you can't lose the game this turn, and your opponents can't win the game this turn. Phial of Galadriel in Surge foil. Gimli Counter of Kills in Surge foil. And Second Harvest. So for each token you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent. That's a good card for me. Food and Spirit as the Surge foil tokens. So I think we got like 2 poster cards so far. So I don't know what the hit rate is supposed to be per box on those. But they're the rarest seeming treatment so far, I think. Pippin's Bravery. Knights of Dol Amroth. The Grey Havens. Old Man Willow. Okay, Grey Havens Navigator in foil. So now we're in a string of foils here. Hobbit Sting. Then Guthmog, Morgul Lieutenant. And Mirror of Galadriel. And the land is a Surge foil Mountain. Fangorn Tree Shepherd is our regular rare. Assemble the Entmoot in foil. Galadriel Light of Valinor. Rangers of Ithilien in Surge foil. Ooh. Isengard, Saruman's Fortress, which is a reskin of the Seiju who shelters all. So enters battlefield tap, and tap, pay 2 life, add colorless. If that mana is spent on an instant or sorcery spell, that spell can't be countered. Okay, so it's that Boseiju. I get my Boseijus mixed up every once in a while. Explore. So you may play an additional land each turn, draw a card. So that's nice. Food in an Orc army in the Surgy foil. Glorious Gale. Escape from Orthanc. Faramir, Field Commander. Landroval, Horizon Witness. Okay, foils. The Black Breath. Errand Rider of Gondor. Fiery Inscription. Rising of the Day. Creatures you control have haste, and legendary creatures you control got +1/+0. I kind of like having haste enablers available. Plains in Surge Foil. Lotho Corrupt Sheriff. So that's the first one. Baragond of the Guard in foil. Minas Tirith Garrison. So that's in extended art. Doors of Durin in extended art Surge foil. So that's a fun card. Whenever you attack Scry 2, then you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield tapped and attacking until your next turn against trample. If you control a dwarf, and hexproof if you control an elf. A Gandalf, Friend of the Shire in Surge foil. And now you have Stonehewer Giant in the borderless foil. And a food. And a tentacle. Okay, we're down to the last 3 packs here. Okay, Quarrel's End. Mordor Muster. Quahir the Windlord. Grima Wormtongue. Galadrim Guide. So we're into the foils. Mushroom Watchdogs. Old Man Willow foil. You Cannot Pass foil. An Island in the Surge foil. Corsairs of Umbar. Okay, that's a pirate. That could be relevant with the new Ixalan stuff coming out. Galadriel of Lothlorien in foil. Call Forth the Tempest. Cascade, Cascade. Call Forth the Tempest deals damage to each creature your opponents control equal to the total mana value of other spells you've cast this turn. Lothos Corrupt Sheriff in extended art Surge foil. Gimli's Reckless Might in Surge foil. I will call that borderless. I think enough goes down here that maybe it's considered borderless. Creatures you control have haste. Good. Formidable. Whenever you attack, if creatures you control have total power 8 or more, target attacking creature you control fights up to one target creature you don't control. I mean, it's 3 in a red, so you got to be able to pull off the formidable part, but I do like haste enablers. Soul's Ascendant in foil, borderless foil. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Food. And Ballistic Boulder in Surge foil. Dunedain Blade. Mirkwood Bats. Grishnak Brash Instigator. Foray of Orcs. Now we go to the foils. A Shelob's Ambush. Mirkwood Spider. Celeborn the Wise. Stern Scolding. A Plains. Surge Foil. A Field-Tested Frying Pan. Yeah, I played in a game recently where somebody was beaten face with that. Saruman of Many Colors in foil. Legolas's Quick Reflexes. So this looks to be a scene card. Split Second. And untap target creature until end of turn. It gains hexproof, reach, and whenever this creature becomes tapped, it deals damage equal to its power to up to one target creature. Arwen Mortal Queen in extended art Surge Foil. Meriadoc Brandybuck in Surge Foil. Treebeard, Eldest of the Ents, which is a reskin of Doran. Is it Doran? Doran the Siege Tower. I need to add an I in there somewhere. Each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. So food and an orc army. Okay, we're down to our final pack here. Great Hall of the Citadel. Pelagreer Survivor. Stern Scolding. Nazgul. Mirkwood Bats in foil. Rally at Hornburg. Samwise the Stout-Hearted. And Arwen Undomio. And a Mountain and Surge foil. Orcish Bowmasters. Cavern Horde Dragon in foil. Galadrim Brigade. So Squad. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may pay 1 in a green any number of times. When this creature enters the battlefield, create that many tokens that are copies of it. And other elves you control get +1/+1. So I think I can have fun with that. Gloin Dwarf Emissary in extended art Surge foil. Aragorn Company Leader in Surge foil. And Elvish Harbinger, so just in borderless but not foil. And a food. And a human soldier. Now, as far as prices, these are brand new, so I don't know that I trust any prices at all. But one that I definitely want to look up is One Ring. So the One Ring, holy crap. Okay. And I knew it was a good one. I didn't know that was potentially this good. Now I just got to find it. Okay. So this is the One Ring. borderless poster. It's not foil. Um, borderless poster. I'm looking in the add to your collection interface in TCG Player. Um, and so basically it's got, the low, the mid, and the high. And it's like anywhere from 126, 129. Yeah, yes, and like say 125. Don't know if that's gonna hold. But that's definitely good. We only got two poster ones out of this. Let me look up the other one. So Dawn of the New Age and Borderless poster is 750. So this one is 750. This one's 125. And for the rest of these, I'm not going to bother looking them up now. But I think I would point out that I did get one more. Orcish Bowmasters in, okay, they're calling it Showcase Scrolls format. So the Orcish Bowmasters is still like, 50 plus. Yeah, so I don't even know what I paid for this box. I pre-ordered it and forgot about it. So yeah, I don't know how much I paid for the box, so I don't know if the box is paid for, but two great hits. There's some other interesting hits in here, and I like that we aren't just getting the original series cards without any changes. So we have this scroll format, so you can tell these came from the holiday set. So we're not just loading up on more commons and uncommons, that look exactly the same as that we already paid for in the first go round. So I think that's good. Surge foil is cool. They're not holding back on the on the tokens and the lands, so like all the lands and all the tokens in the collector pack are surge foil. For the for the uncommons and the rares and mythics, there's a mix of the formats. There's some extended arts with surge foil. I don't know how the pricing works out on those. There are normal ones, cards as we've seen them before, but in surge foil. Yeah, so there's surge foil placed on different kinds of of formats, but I think, and then there's extended arts, and there are borderless, and then some of the borderless are probably just borderless, and then some of them are scene cards, it looks like to me. I'm pretty sure that this one is a scene card from one of the boxes, one of the scene boxes I'll open later. Yeah, so anyhow, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna get hung up on the money of it. I think that was a fun opening. So I've got another one of these to go. I've got 2 jump starts and the scene boxes themselves to go. So hopefully I will see you showing up to check that out. See you later. Bye.